This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
You have a rich person's name. Like, you should be a billionaire with the name Winfield. Anyway, call me back, bro.
That's how I want to open the show from now on.
Okay.
Patience. I'll have the loot. It's the 10th of October, 2020. The F. It's year zero. Today is zero. Today's zero because you got the 10 month, the 10 day. Add that up, that's 20. You minus that from the year of 20, and then divide that by the year 2000.
What?
I don't know, I lost it. I didn't put a lot of time and effort into that one until I looked at the 10-10-2020.
Okay.
But the other 20 screwed me up, so I don't know. This kind of day it's been for me.
Guess so.
It is the 217 Recovery Podcast. My name is Corey Winfield. I'm your host. Marney Liston is not the host tonight. Marney, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back in my comfy chair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, both chairs are very comfortable right now, but you are in the guest chair. You making it look good.
Thanks.
I'll say that tonight. So, yeah, the feedback that I got from your hosting of the podcast on Thursday was all positive.
Good.
Yeah, so congratulations. Everybody seemed to like you.
Thank you.
I got a comment from Justin that said, man, she's a great host.
Look out.
She learned from the best. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Not sure, maybe. But, no, you did a great job. It wasn't something you've ever done before, so you did pretty good.
Yeah, just kind of winged it.
And you asked me some hard-hitting questions. Sort of, I guess, depending who you ask.
Right.
So I figured today it's only fair that I ask you some hard-hitting questions.
What?
Yes. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the movie you were just watching. What did you ever figure out the name of that?
Yeah, it was called Inheriting the Viper.
Ooh.
Or Inherit the Viper.
Oh. And you liked it?
I enjoyed it.
Josh Hartnett and then some other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. It wasn't bad, but they didn't all
I
buy
would say watch it. Thumbs up.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool. So watching that movie, the little brief parts that I did, I just started thinking, man, I bet they talk funny out there in them hills. And then I started thinking, man, I bet they call each other Peckerwoods and stuff like that. And then I started thinking, I wonder if Marnie knows what a Peckerwood is. So I got 3 words. All right. Let's see if we can get 2 of these correct.
Okay.
First word, you have to correctly identify the word.
Is this like slang, Urban Dictionary type stuff?
Just words.
Oh.
You know, the official, I guess, dictionary word for it is what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
Peckerwood.
I would not know how to what Webster would say about that. I don't know.
No, of course not.
I mean, it sounds like idiot.
I wish
That's
I
what
had
I
that.
think Urban Dictionary would be. Like
no.
dunce,
Wow. So you think a Peckerwood is?
I guess.
No, a Peckerwood is a white person. Usually poor.
Okay, so this is like a slang word.
It's dictionary.com.
Dictionary.com says this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 0 for 1. Just making notes
Get out
now.
your pen, really?
0 for 1. Yep. Peckerhead. Can you correctly identify a peckerhead? What is a peckerhead?
A white person in charge?
That's pretty racist, Marnie.
I don't know.
No. Peckerhead is an aggressive, objective person.
Who uses these words? I really don't feel bad that I'm getting these wrong.
0 for 2. All right. Let's just go to the meat and potatoes now. Pecker.
Reference to
Definition.
men's parts? Men's part?
Why would you? Oh, my God. No. A pecker is... It's a type of bird, you know, like a woodpecker. It's a bird that has they call it a horn on its beak.
I know
they
what a
use it
woodpecker is.
To peck. That's what peckers are. See, now you're going with the slang term.
Okay.
It was the genitalia, but it wasn't.
Oh, see, you're throwing me off. You put me in the wrong direction. You got my head in the gutter.
I guess. Well, you are 0 for 3, so try harder maybe next time.
That's it? Just all the ones you're giving me?
Well, yeah, I mean, I figured, there's only so many words that start with pecker.
Okay.
So, well, now you know your peckers. You know pecker head, pecker wood, you know what pecker is.
Okay.
So if you're in church next time, you can be like, hey.
Does it bother you that I don't feel smarter?
Those peckers over there outside.
Okay. Oh, God.
That'd be very funny. All right. One man who listened the other day, he enjoyed the podcast. His name's Paul, but he said to give him a shout out. And I'm like, well, that's usually done on Thursdays. He's like, oh, well, then don't give me a shout out, but just say, I can't remember what he told me to call him, like P Dizzle, Kizzle, Fizzle, Dizzle, Wizzle. It was something really ridiculous, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I walked away from the conversation, but I can't remember now. I'm like, I kind of want to do it, but I don't really remember. And I don't think it was, hey, what's up, Paul Pecker?
Probably not.
It wasn't that. It was like P Dizzle.
Okay.
And then Dan, this other gentleman, kind of laughed and said, yeah, well, shoot me one too. It's like, is that Anno? Izzo? An-O? Dano?
Dan Izzle?
Yeah, something like that. But, yeah, glad they enjoy the podcast. You know who else might enjoy the podcast?
Who?
And you're going to love this story. The governor of Michigan.
Oh, right.
Gretchen Whitmer.
Because she was in town.
Yeah, she was in Traverse City, Michigan, and a couple fans of the podcast, fans of 217 Recovery, got their picture taken with her, and they just happened to be wearing their 217 Recovery hats.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool, and they sent me the picture, and I thought, oh, that's awesome, and I'm going to share it. You know where I'm going with this now?
Yeah, it was funny how I was notified about that.
Oh,
I got that same picture.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I actually got it, and I took note of it before you, actually, and I said, you're not going to believe this, honey.
Where I was going with this, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'll just do a little recap of the notification I got, and I was like, that is amazing news. Good for these guys, because they happened to be two of the gentlemen, actually, that were wearing the hats and ran into her are in transitional housing. Awesome. And anyhow, they got their picture. They let me know. Shot me the picture. And I said, look, Corey, look who was visiting. And I said, it's the governor. And you proceeded to say, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I don't remember this even.
Oh, you said, that's not the governor. I said, yes, it is.
Oh, I thought you were talking about them.
No, and I showed you the picture, and you said, that is not the governor.
Well, she's
I said,
wearing
yes,
a mask,
it is.
too,
And you
by the
said,
way.
no, and you said...
I'm not the only person who thought
so
that.
So then I had
could've been
to,
fake.
I actually had to bring up other pictures of the governor and zoom, and you said, no, it's not her eyebrows. It's not her eyebrows. I said, it's her. And you said, no, the space between her eyes is not the same. And then I had to zoom in and proceed to show you. And this was like 15 minutes of you being wrong. And you would not admit to the fact that I was right and that they were showing a picture of them with the governor. So you were wrong. So that's 0-1 for you on that one.
Oh, what?
And I had to actually show you pictures, and put them side by side.
Yeah, okay.
So that felt really good.
I bet. So, it was her.
That was a big O. I mean,
Well,
that was like
speaking of-
in your face. This is the picture.
Speaking of big O and in your face, one of the guys was like, oh, she was thicker than a Snicker, which is a good term.
Oh.
It's like if you...
Sexual relationship.
Oh, yeah. So...
Well, he thought she was hot?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But before... Well, no, I'll just tell you the story now, and then I'll explain what happened. I'll backtrack with it. So, not only did that event Marnie's claiming to have happened where I was wrong.
Very wrong.
It did happen.
Extremely wrong.
Because first I'm like, wait a minute, that's just a Halloween thing or who knows. And no, but it was her. And so this morning, I don't know, 4 o'clock, whatever it was, I thought, you know what? I'm going to post that to the 217 Recovery Facebook page and then share it. So I did. And then a guy I work with at the treatment center that I work very little at. Well, don't. I mean, it's a fact. Apparently he likes me, which is a really good thing. His name's Matt, but he sent me a message and he was like, "Hey man, just want to let you know, in that photo of the governor," I was like, "Yeah, like what's he gonna say? Like I can't post it or something? You know, what's he trying to say?" He's like, "I just want to let you know, you tagged Gretchen Wilson." I'm a redneck woman, oh no high class man. That country singer.
Oh yeah.
Hey y'all and hee haw. Yeah, that woman. I tagged her instead of the governor.
Oh, well, I mean, the more the merrier.
I was like, oh no. Like, oh no. But I'm glad he told me about it because then I hurried up and changed it. And I tagged the actual governor. But yeah, it was, oh, Governor Gretchen Wilson.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that happened for a few hours. And then, like I said, I changed it. But I don't know. Like the reason that happened, I believe, is I am so tired. Like, I don't know. I've been, when you half-ass like a bunch of different things, it just equals a bunch of D's. Like if it was a grading scale, you know, like you're taking on 8 things, sure, but they're all D's. Or if you cut back and just focused on 1 or 2 things, you'd have A's, and 3 maybe B's, 4 C's. But I don't know. It's just, I think there's just too much on my plate sometimes. And I mean, Monday starts, I do a blog, and next thing I know, it's Friday, it's Saturday, and I'm like, where the hell did the week go? And all the things that I wanted to accomplish are gone. And I don't know. Maybe it's just, and you'll probably agree to this, bad time management. Some of that could be the case. But then last minute things will happen. I had to get the brakes done, you know, and when we give people rides to treatment or home from treatment, they're usually last minute. Mm-hmm. And so the stuff that I have planned that day all of a sudden gets pushed back. And then the next day, and then I got to take my car in because the brakes are shot. And then boom, another ride. And it's just like, I want to go back to Monday and start over, you know, and maybe it is bad time management, but I just am tired lately. And
do you feel you're spreading yourself too thin?
Yes. And I think it's something that a lot of people do in early recovery, or maybe just in life in general. You want to take on too much. And luckily I did say no. Once this week I was asked, hey, can you do this? And no, I can't. I really can't. And you really helped me with that, Marney. I tell people a lot that I bounce things off you, and I talk to you. I use you as kind of like a sounding board, just because some of the things I get so frustrated with myself, and I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. And you kind of reel me back in and go, well, look, man, you're not going to build Rome in a day. You know, just the things you did today are going to set you up for tomorrow. And which reminds me, I have to get that the contract back to Kate, which I never did the other day, which I was supposed to. So that's just one more thing, you know, that I let slip through the cracks. Mm-hmm. And I have to, some would say, tighten up. And I need to really reel it back in and focus on me. And I need to not be afraid to say no to people.
Right.
And if that means that I take on less things, then that's what I do. I would rather take on 2 or 3 really important things than 7 or 8 and a couple important things.
And when you're saying no to things, it's not like you're rejecting whatever it is that is being asked of you lots of times. It's just now is not a good time for you. That's what I try to do if I'm saying that I can't do something, make it clear that it's not because that I don't want to, or that it's not something that I'm not willing to. It's that for me right now, it's not, because you'll be D'ing that one too.
Yeah.
So kind of like people need to understand. People do understand, you know, and I'm actually a big hypocrite right now because I do the exact same thing. And you just have to be careful